Hello everyone, NBZ here, welcome you back to another PO Live. Basically, when this video goes up, I'm going to be away Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this should go up on Tuesday, and then I think I've got a PBR tomorrow, and then probably another PO on Thursday, though I'll have to see about that. But yes, I'm away for a few days, so can't really get any battles sorted. So we're going to do some PO Live and see how it goes. And yeah, might as well just jump into it. We have a team here from a guy called GeoX Stella, who sent me this a few weeks ago, probably over a month ago, actually, a month and a half or something. But, you know, I just dug into my backlog of PMs and found that I have plenty of teams in my backlog, so please do not send me any more. I do have quite enough. But anyway, yeah, kind of a fun team, Sand, and he's put Shuckle on it, so can't be complaining when there's a Shuckle on the team, can I now? Not much to complain about. Alright, so we got this guy. I am kind of low down, so we're going to get people with teams like this. Nothing I can really do about it. You know, he might be good. Who knows? You know, Kingler's a good Pokemon, man. I'm not arguing the negatives of Kingler, because, you know, when he's in Ubers, he does some heavy work. Alright, so we've got a nice lead off against this Electros. Though they do tend to carry Energy Ball, I seem to remember. I'm not quite sure about that. So I'm going to jump to Shuckle straight away, and he's actually running Coil, which is fine because we can Encore him into it. If he doesn't want to go for Coil and wants to just straight out attack me, I can take any hit, but he is going to lock himself in on Coil, allowing me then to... let's see. Do I want to just Whirlwind him out with Hippo? Because I could potentially just Whirlwind him away and make that not really a thing anymore. Let's do that. That's probably the best thing to do. We'll go for the Whirlwind, and there we go. Gets rid of all his boosts instantly. Now, Starmie, easy switch to Gastrodon should be fine, and we do get that very nicely. What's he got? Oh, crap, shit, it's popping up here. What has he got? Chandler, Starmie, Ferrothorn, Electros. He's probably going to go to Ferrothorn, honestly. I'm just going to go for a Scald, maybe get a burn. Yes, we do get a burn, so that is particularly nice. And the best course of action, one might say, is Shuckle's not good because I can't Toxic him. Obviously, he's already burned anyway, but he's a Steel type. If I go into Shuckle, I can knock off his lefties. He does have lefties, but that's about it. I can't really. If I Encore him, he's just going to keep setting up spikes, and that's to my detriment. So I don't really want that. I could go directly into Magic Man. Oops, but he's going to forfeit because I guess he got bored. Well, there you go. First guy who gets bored in the day. I guess there are many of them. Alright, well, wow, okay, this guy has a real team. This is now scaring me. So, yes, let's be afraid. Be very afraid of Latios. Latios is a giant pain in the ass. Oh, my lord. That is a big problem. And if it's Specs and dropping Dracos all over the place, this team doesn't have a Steel type, apparently. So, well, that's going to be a bit of an issue, I feel. I would like to kind of keep Gastrodon around because there's lots of, well, you know, we'll lead off with it. We'll see. He's going to lead off with Keldeo, which is actually okay. It's not terrible. It's not fantastic either. I'm just going to Earth Power and see what kind of set he's running. Does he want to stay in his Secret Sword just for the hell of it? Is he Specs or what? No, he's going to go straight to Celebi. That's fine. We can jump to Shuckle. He's going to U-turn. Let's take this, copy this, paste this. U-turn straight into good old Scizor. Is he going to U-turn again as a banded Scizor, or is he going to... He's probably banded Scizor, let's be honest here. He might actually just go for the Bullet Punch straight up right here, which would be slightly frustrating. But I think if I go to Hippo, I just physically defensive Hippo should take it decently. That's 29%. Not as well as I'd like to, but not too bad, not too bad. So yeah, physically defensive Hippo, special defensive Gastrodon, and max spec D Shuckle, like you should be running in Sand. That is how Shuckle operates, people. That's how he works. That's what he does. He's probably going to go to Latios now. If he goes into Latios and drops a Draco, then I'm going to have to sack something, because that will be painful. Oh, so painful. Yep, as I thought. Yeah, so this team doesn't really deal well with Latios at all, unfortunately. I could go to Shuckle, and I'd probably take it alright. Question is, do I really want to do that? Do I want to stay in and risk living? I don't think I can live a Specs Draco if he is in fact running one, so we'll go to Shuckle. Only does 25%, so he probably isn't Specs. At least, yeah, I guess he isn't. And he's not going to want to stay in here. Oh no, he doesn't have Life Orb, does he? No, that's just Sandstorm. He's going to go into Scizor, and I know it. I know he is. So I'm going to go into... do I want to do that straight away? Yeah, I'll do that. He's going to go to Scizor. There we go. Beautiful. We get a nice hidden power fire that we can throw his way. Though he might predict that and go into T-Tart and then Pursuit Trap us. So we could go for Focus Blast if he goes into T-Tar. If he stays in, then we're kind of a little bit screwed. But I'm going to go for it anyway, because I don't think he's going to stay in on the hidden power fire. And this guy seems to know what he's doing, so he's probably going to go back to T-Tar. And hopefully I do land this play. A little bit of a risk though, so could be putting my neck out on the line here and get screwed over if he decides to just stay in and U-turn. I'm actually not sure. Does hidden power hidden power fire one-shot him? Maybe if I take some time here and don't make my move, then he'll think that I'll over-predict. If I just go for the straight-up safe hidden power fire at this point, could play some psychology here. Alright, we'll do it now. Play some psychological games with him. He's taking his time to think as well, though, so... yeah, I don't know. He is taking his time, so I'm not sure if he's going to take the risk and stay in with Scizor. It'd be really nice if he did, because then we would kill him straight up with HP 5, but I don't know! Oh, he's going to go into Celebi. Actually, that worked out better to a degree, because if I'd Focus Blasted, then that thing would have certainly not appreciated. A Shadow Ball will kill him from this range, right? 80, that's base 80, this is base 70, so... I don't think it can do that much. It's probably going to do about 45%, judging by hidden power 39. Yeah, it's not going to kill it. It's not going to take it down. So I'm going to jump to... He's probably going to U-turn. So I'm going to jump to Garchomp, get some Rough Skin, which is nice, and take it pretty well, actually. Now I'm okay. I'm set up all right. If he goes into Latios, it's probably Scarfed, which means he will be outspeeding me, and I will have to throw something in its way again, i.e. Shuckle to take the Draco Meteor. Dragon Pulse he decides to go for this time, which is fine. It's perfectly okay. The problem is he going to go back into his stupid Scizor now? If he does, I could knock it off and just reduce its power, get rid of its Choice Band, though that does kind of give him the freedom to switch up his moves. He could, however... go for U-turn. The question is he going to Bullet Punch right now or what? Like, that's kind of what I want to know. I'm actually going to... I think he might U-turn. I'm going to Toxic. I think he will U-turn. Unless he's going to... Oh, man, I don't know what to do. Because if he stays in Bullet Punch, I'd like to Encore that. Because if he does that, I can go straight to Gastrodon, and that would be really nice. So I'm going to Encore. He might well U-turn, but... I don't want him going for Bullet Punch, yeah, see? And then I just Toxic and don't achieve anything. Now I've achieved something, so I can go to Gastrodon and deal with a Bullet Punch. Question is now, what do I want to predict him to do? Because he's obviously not going to stay in Encored into Bullet Punch, so most likely I'm going to go for Scald on him, and his best switch in that end is probably Latios, or even Keldeo. Keldeo seems... decent. I'm just going to go for Ice Beam to hit neutral, or just to hit the Celebi, actually. That works as well. And now Celebi is going to be a pain once again. Either going to... it might recover, actually. I'm not quite sure what kind of Celebi this is. I'm not very familiar with Celebi is the problem, so I don't know if U-turning Celebis run recovery or what they do, or whether he's just going to straight up go for Giga Drain or something to that effect, because that is an alternate possibility. I'm going to jump to Shuckle, and he does have recover. So unfortunate, yes, but at least we gleaned something from that situation, to a degree. Right, what do I want to do now? Is he going to go back to Scizor? He's probably going to U-turn, so that would be a little bit annoying, because I can't really do anything to Scizor now. I've gotten rid of his Choice Band, that's the only thing Shuckle can really do to him. I could rest, but then I would be kind of at his mercy, so I'm going to go instead to Garchomp as he U-turns, and then he's going to be forced either to go to Latios again or into something else, and it's nice to get the Rough Skin going as we go along. Unfortunately, Garchomp's health is being chipped away, but I do have Fire Fang if for some reason he wants to go to Scizor, so that base is somewhat covered. We still haven't got Stealth Rocks up, have we? Did we get? I really don't think we did, because they're not taking switch-in damage. I didn't get Stealth Rocks up with Hippo yet, so yeah, still max PP. Alright, well, this is certainly turning out to be a very strenuous game. I'm just, I don't know. It's very hard with this team actually right now for me to like find an opening to smash something with, because he seems to always be having the upper hand with this Latios and Salby, and it's a bit of a pain. So that's how it's going to go, really. Well, we'll see. What's he going to do? Latios probably goes back to Latios, then the obvious switch to my Shuckle is obvious, so I could stay in and predict his double switch. All theoretical, of course, but I don't want to be losing Garchomp. So this is the again, the thing is my Shuckle is so low now that it doesn't really matter at this point. He could just straight up go for Draco, drop a Draco, and Bob's your uncle. Something dies. So it's a question weighing shit up right now. I'm just going to go back to it. I don't want to be rash, and I'm not being rash, as you can see, and he is taking damage as he's switching in and being chipped away, so it's okay, I feel. Thing is, this situation has happened multiple times now. He's gone back to Sizzle every time, so it's just a question of whether I want to just go back again, because Gastron can take a Dragon Pulse, so if I just kind of be more proactive in that area, then it works to my favour. He could also alternatively go to Celebi to recover, because he knows that Shuckle's not a huge threat to that thing, although I can knock off and Toxic, but he has Natural Cure, so well, it's just fucking 6-6. This battle has been going on for like 10 minutes, and it is 6-6 still. So yes, he did decide to stay in and go for Dragon Pulse, so it's good that I didn't opt the Garchomp switch, because that would have been too risky and damaging, I feel. Now, Ice Beam is obvious and is probably not a good idea. I just wanted to recover that. Actually made more sense, and I can Scald now. That was a bit rash actually, because he was obviously going to U-turn. I should have thought about that more. Silly Zed. That was too quick. I didn't take my time. I should have Ice Beamed, or even the problem is he's just abusing U-turn, and I'm not really being very proactive against it. So we'll go back to Shuckle. We'll go for the rest. And he's probably going to go back to Scizor, which is fine to a degree, because he's not all powerful anymore. I'm going to go to Hippo and see if we can do anything with this guy. Latios is just being a pain. It's Celebi and Latios and constantly being all up in my grill. So what do I want to do to you? Just gonna Giga Drain is the thing. It's just like, yeah, great. Just gonna Giga Drain. So what can I do? The problem is, like, I need kind of something to die so I can get a free switch in. But Leaf Storm. He's running Leaf Storm. Okay, so he's running Recover with Leaf Storm. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. I could go back to Chomp now. I'm just gonna U-turn, get some Rough Skin, and then back to Latios. But I mean, he's constantly taking this Sandstorm damage with this Latios. Is his Latios scarfed? It has to be. This is what it is. So I can't stay in with my goddamn Garchomp, otherwise I'm going to lose my Scarfer. So I can't. Every time this thing comes in, I have to go back to Shuckle or back to something else, because I just have to. He's going to... If Sandstorm ends up killing Latios, so be it, because this thing is just a royal pain, and I can't find a way of dealing with it right now. So, sucks, but it's just the way. It's just the way of the tiger. The eye of the tiger, as it is. Should I? No, I'm going to recover. He's going to U-turn, so I'm going to recover. He's going to go into Celebi, and we're going to repeat this process again and again and again and again and again and again and again, again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Shuckle, I guess. U-turn, fine. T-Tar, alright. Well, we've got something a bit more interesting now going on. He's probably going to try and set up Stealth Rocks, which would actually give me a nice opportunity to set them up myself. So I'm going to go into Mamo and threaten him directly. If I go for Earthquake, then of course that's going to not clean him out. I think he's going to live one of those. But I could well go for Icicle Spear, predicting any of his switch-ins, and I get a crit on that. Jeez. And he's going to superpower me and stay in. That's okay. I don't die, but my Mousefine is almost dead. I just want to get some kind of momentum going here because, well, this match has been really fucking boring so far. It's just constantly going to the same things. I should have just Earthquaked, really. The problem is now he's going to predict me to go for Earthquake now and dodge it with Latios or Scizor or something. He's probably going to go to Scizor, maybe. Stone Edge. I could just Stone Edge. I hate being in this situation because Life Orb is going to kill me, so I basically have to choose a move, and I would really like to kill something before this Mamoswine goes down. So it's just the question of what the thing is. It doesn't matter if I go for Earthquake, honestly, because even if he switches in Celebi, actually, Celebi's the one thing that he switches in that would be a pain. I'm just going to go for Icicle Spear. Alright, fine, he goes into Scizor, it would be better to Earthquake. Whatever. I can now go to Alakazam, threatened with the HP Fire, or I could go to Garchomp, threatened with the Fire Fang, or I could go to Gastron and be defensive, and then Celebi would come in again, and it would be terrible. So, I'm going to be offensive, and we're going to go to Garchomp, and we're going to Fire Fang? Yes, we're going to Fire Fang. We're going to Fire Fang. I don't know if he's going to stay in there. Or we could just Earthquake. Could just Earthquake! I'm being really indecisive. That's a problem. That's my problem with this game in general. I just don't have the capacity for this kind of prediction anymore. But we do make the correct play there. He loses his Scizor, which is actually quite a boon. That is quite the boon indeed. We can jump straight into Gastro. He's running lefties on his Keldeo. Good thing to know, I guess. We'll just go for Earth Power, and now he's going to go to Celebi. Right, Celebi's a lot easier to deal with now that Scizzor's out the way. At least because Shuckle can deal with it much more appropriately, and he can't just constantly go into Scizor and threaten Shuckle. So, that's nice. That's a nice thing. But, it's still being annoying. It's still being frustrating. And obviously Keldeo's going to come in now and threaten me again. So the cycle continues. So now we've got Keldeo threatening Shuckle. Question is, do I want to keep Shuckle alive? And yes, I would like to, but you know, certain times call for certain actions when he must be sacrificed. So sacrifice yourself. And let me have what's left. No, that I can find. Okay, wow. Well, that was poor because now Gastrodon is basically dead, and Shuckle is basically dead as well. So we have kind of screwed up there. That was a bit of a silly switch, and yep, that was probably a bad idea. So we can go to Hippowdon. No, we're not going to do that. We're just fuck it. Fuck everything. This is just yeah, can't really do anything now. Can't really do anything now. So I'm going to just let this thing kill me. Actually, no, if he wants to go to Celebi, we'll just hit Ice Beam. It doesn't actually matter, because if he stays in, he's going to kill us. So if he wants to switch to something, then we can get the Ice Beam off onto the Celebi, and that would just put us in a nicer position, just in case he wants to. So makes a little bit more sense, but no, he's just going to make the safe move and take me down with the Secret Sword. Now, thing with Garchomp is at this point I can just go and hit Outrage and kill something. Something will die. Guaranteed something will die to Outrage. But then I'm just going to be locked in there and he's going to bring in Latios and I will die. So there's that. Or we could go into this guy and just go for the Psychic, which is probably the best thing to do, honestly, overall. Because even if he switches to T-Tar, we have ways of throwing shit at it, because Focus Blast, if he goes into anything else, I still have the Sash. The Sash is still intact, and that's important, because as long as we have the Sash, then we have a little bit of an upper hand. I think Shadow Ball does kill him from... Yes, that Celebi is finally gone. Okay, Alakazam is our key here. Alakazam is the key that fits in the lock. And we can lose our Sash here, but we will kill the Latios, which would be really nice. However, if we go to Shuckle, and then to Hippo, yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go sacrifice Shuckle, and then go into Hippo, and actually, yes, throw up Stealth Rock. This could work out a little bit better, because I still have the Sash intact. Now, I would like to bring Alakazam in on something that is slower than it, so I can kill it, and then still have the sash intact, so I get an extra kind of a little bit of leeway, if you know what I'm saying. So what we're going to try to do here. Jeez, this match has gone on for fucking ever. Oh my god. It's been good though. I've enjoyed it, and win or lose, it's been all right. So I don't know, man. I'm just not as good at this game. I've never been that good at this game, so I always like struggle when it comes to these type of situations. But I don't know. It's been all right, you know. It's been okay. I'm gonna go into this thing. So the question is, what does he want to do? Does he want to just go up for Hydro Pump and risk missing? And he does miss, which is fine, because, you know, that's what happens sometimes. Does he want to go to Landorus now? Because if he does, then I can Whirlwind, but he's probably just going to stay in Hydro Pump again, I guess. I'll just go for it. I'm not really worried if he goes to Landorus, honestly, because that thing can be dealt with Garchomp as long as it's not Scarfed, and I don't think it will be Scarfed because Latios is. So it's probably going to be a Carmine, not Carmine, just or just a Carmine, or just a special offensive one in general, which is okay as well. So yeah, this is going to be tight. It's going to be down to the wire, certainly. And he misses another Hydro Pump. Well, things are falling into my favour here, most certainly. Not going to lie, that certainly helped a bit. Though it doesn't make a huge deal, because Alakazam could have killed the Keldeo with Psychic. It's just making my job a little bit easier than it would otherwise be. So, question is, does he want to save Keldeo? Because he might want to do that and just switch now. If I just go for Whirlwind, then it doesn't actually matter, because he's going to kill me with... that's fine, he's just going to kill me there. Right, so now we can go into Alakazam, go for Psychic, or just even Shadow Ball at this point will take it out. So I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball, because if he does want to go into Latios to try and resist, or even into T-Tar, then we get at least some sort of damage as opposed to none whatsoever. And he does. Okay. Right, now this is the situation. Landorus. Okay. Yes, I don't think I can win at this point, though. That's the thing. I don't think I can win, simply because his Latios is Scarfed. So as long as he breaks my Sash, then he cleans up both my Garchomp and my Alakazam. However, if I go into Garchomp now, I will die. So I don't think I can win out the situation unless I am faster than the Landorus and kill it with a Psychic. The only situation where I can dig this out is if that happens. So, that happens or I'm done. And I'm pretty sure I'm done. So, we'll try and see what we can do, but 58% is not going to be enough, as you can clearly see. He can easily go into his Latios and finish things off. So, that is that, I believe. Unless by some miracle his Latios isn't Scarfed, which, judging by the entire game, it should really be. So, go Shadow Ball just in case. And now he is obviously going to be able to take me out. So, there you go. He is going to, basically going to take this game. So, I think anyway. It'd be really funny if I end up being faster than this Latios. But he's probably not going to be. You don't know, though. He's not pressed his move yet. Has he bluffed an expert belt this whole time? Because that'd be impressive. Has he done that? So lies the question. He's still not clicking his move, so something's going on. Something's going on here. Is Garchomp going to bring it back, ladies and gentlemen? Is it going to happen? Is this fucking 25-minute battle gonna actually go in my favor? Because that would be pretty funny. I don't think so. What's happening? Have I lost yet? Is this frozen? Is it really gonna freeze on the last turn? Because that would be pretty bad. Because I would like to see some kind of resolution here. Come on, come on, come on! Do something! God, do something! Please do something! Please. Please do something. Just seal my fate. There we go. There you go. All right. Wow. Well, that was a very long game, and unfortunately, that team just didn't have the right Pokemon to deal with the Latios, and it was kind of just screwing me over. And Keldeo and Latios combination was a little bit too much. So, well, I enjoyed it though. It was a good game. It was certainly a long and frivolous one. So there you go. There's your PO Live for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will certainly see you guys in the future with another one of these. Goodbye.